what is your American dream?
So my American dream is to have a family and to just live a successful life, a life, in abundance, and to give back as well to the community and society that I live in.
My American dream at the moment is just to raise a family and be happy.
My American dream is pretty simple: peace and justice for all.
I'm from Russia. I don't live in America, but my American dream is peace around the world, peace between countries.
My American dream is that everyone has freedom of a lot of different things. Freedom of speech, freedom to get whatever they're trying to accomplish in life, their dreams, their goals. Every dream that Americans have is something that's tangible and something that can be accomplished.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Hey, wait a minute! The beaver should be America's national mammal? What the heck is that? If anyone's gonna be the national mammal instead of the American bison, it should be groundhogs. A bison, I understand. They've been around a long time and they're really big and pretty majestic. And I mean the national bird, the bald eagle, I understand that too. Even though I try to avoid bald eagles because I think they would like little groundhogs as snacks. But the beaver? First of all, we have cuter tails than the beaver with those big old flat tails. We have cute toes like this. Beavers have webbed feet, and groundhogs can swim without webbed feet. That makes us way more talented than beavers. I'm going to start a petition to see if we can make the groundhog the national mammal. That would be incredible. Enough about that. Did you guys miss yesterday's episode of Brad Show Live? Well, in case you did, Belgium Kim went out on the street for another edition of Celebrities Born in America or Immigrant. And then Megan Buckwaller, Spar and Bernstein's family and matrimonial attorney, joined Brad and discussed the big custody battle going on between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. I hope those two can work things out amicably. I've always been a fan of Brangelina. Anyway, what's on today's show? You'll just have to watch and see. Enjoy. Okay, I'm going to start writing this petition right now.
I will tell you, the groundhog always tells everybody to enjoy. Don't you ever notice that?
Yep.
Groundhog always goes, enjoy! I don't know if that groundhog moves his or her arms, though.
Well, could you imagine if he didn't say that? Like, I hope you have a terrible show.
I hope this show stinks! After me, it's all downhill!
Right.
That's what I'm expecting the groundhog to say tomorrow. Right. After this, you can go! There's nothing, no quality after this. Show is over! I don't even, now you know I'm not the groundhog because I don't even sound like the groundhog.
Yeah, you sound like an
always
angry groundhog.
I sound like an angry, maybe I'm a groundhog from the South Pole.
But are you doing that to mask your true identity as the groundhog?
That's called throwing people off the scent.
Right.
Right? Maybe I am the groundhog. Right?
I'll tell you, and this is one of your favorite ways to know whether someone's lying or not. I've never seen Groundhog Sam and Brad in the same room together.
That is very true. You have never seen me in the same room together.
This is kind of creepy.
Right?
You have never,
in the credits.
Oh, in the credits.
Every day.
Yeah.
But
getting shaved toward, that is true.
But have you ever
room.
seen Brad with both hands out and Groundhog Sam in the same shoe?
I haven't. Well,
is that in the end?
Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen Kim with Groundhog Sam. Groundhog Sam came with me to the baseball game.
Have you ever?
Excuse me, I just folded shirts with Groundhog Sam.
Oh.
How could he have helped me fold shirts?
Have you ever seen Kim with two hands out and Groundhog Sam in the same picture?
That I haven't.
You have not. Wait a second. Wait. they say the first person to deny it supplied it, right?
Oh.
Jonathan's jumping over everybody right now. Maybe Jonathan is Groundhog Sam.
Wait, so I thought that was a fart rule. Is that a universal
Right.
rule?
Universal
Whoever
rule.
smelt it dealt it. That's what I know
We
about.
gotta call Paul Flart from the Instagram story yesterday.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I wanna apologize to everybody for the farting video yesterday. I watched it again. That was the most disgusting thing. We have shown a lot of disgusting things on this show. That is by far the most disgusting thing I think we have seen on our show. Would you agree, Belgium Kim? Was there something more disgusting that we have shown other than the farting video yesterday?
That we've shown?
I feel like there was something.
There has been something that we talked about.
Wait. I got it. We've shown an orange guy talking.
Oh,
okay.
Way
More
more
disgusting.
disgusting.
Okay. We've also shown the president talking.
Yes,
disgusting.
disgusting.
Okay.
The guy who owns some of the buildings.
Some of the buildings in New York. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Wait. The son of the orange guy. Disgusting. Okay, we've seen a lot of disgusting things here. Belgium Kim, Jonathan, Yo-Yo Elias, how are you? What's going on?
Hey.
How was your day today, Belgium Kim? Belgium Kim told me it was the worst day she's ever had in her entire life. Is that true?
Not of my entire life.
What was the worst? I mean, other than I don't want to hear about anybody's death.
Death, right?
Okay, but outside of somebody's death,
what is
the worst
gruesome.
day you've ever had in your entire life?
I would say, barring death, this is pretty high.
That was
up
high.
there.
Really?
It's in the top maybe 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It was rough. It was a rough.
Why was it rough today?
Day.
Tell me, because you have lived obviously a very charmed life.
I have. It's very
that today would be, of all the days on your charmed life,
it's true.
the worst.
It was.
Why was today the worst day ever?
I went to go vote because it's the New York primaries.
Can I ask who you voted for?
Yeah.
Is it private?
No, not at all.
The choice is Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah.
I assume you're not a Republican.
I am not.
All right, so you voted Democrat.
Yeah.
Okay. It's either Andrew Cuomo or Miranda from Sex and the City.
Right. Also known as Cynthia Nixon.
Okay. Also known as Miranda from Sex and the City.
Right.
Okay. So who did you vote for?
I couldn't vote for Miranda.
You did not vote for Miranda.
I voted Cuomo.
You voted.
Wow.
We can't have anybody. We can't just be voting for people because they like the way that they think they have an idea of how the world should work. Like, I need some experience. I need some teeth. And she didn't have it, so I couldn't vote for her. But I had to fight to do that. I literally had to fight my district.
You wanted to vote for her, and you had to fight. Why did you have to fight?
No, I had to.
Why is this a bad day? I'm not exactly sure why this is a bad day.
They gave me the wrong ballot. They said I wasn't a registered Democrat, which I am, and then they were like, "I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it, and you can only vote for the Attorney General."
Of course, because they think you're from Belgium. Every day they say you're not even supposed to be here. You're Belgium, kid. You're not even supposed to be here.
So the election commissioner.
They're like, we're gonna call ICE on you any minute, right?
That's exactly. Even Jilly Bean was like, "I'm surprised we didn't have to call you.
Yeah.
You didn't call us from detention." So I had to fight with my election commissioner, and then finally they let me vote as a Democrat. And then I got to the subway station and tried to refill my card.
Your Metro card.
My Metro card. It was out of time, so I tried to refill it. It didn't work. I got it.
Why doesn't it work?
It wouldn't read my credit card.
The machine.
The little kiosk was like,
maybe it was reading your credit card and there's no money on the credit card. Is that
Jesus,
possible?
I hope not. No,
is that possible?
This would turn into an exponentially worse day if that were the case.
All right, so then what happened?
So then I very much did what you're not supposed to do.
You went under the turnstile?
I jumped the turnstile. Yes, I did.
Well, you're not supposed to admit a crime. That's a crime.
It's a crime. And you know what happened
when I committed
for
that?
Oh,
good
the cop who wrote me a ticket.
You could get arrested for that.
The cop who wrote me a ticket.
Wait. You wouldn't get arrested for that. You're white. Only if you were black.
That part.
Right? Am I right or wrong? Right?
Listen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, if Jonathan was doing it, forget
it.
We'd be getting calls and he's like six cops came and jumped.
And don't think I didn't make that point. And don't think I didn't make that point when the cop was trying to write me a ticket.
Oh, you got a ticket.
I got a ticket, and he was saying, "Have you ever been arrested? Do you want to be arrested?" It's trying to intimidate me. He was being a huge I'm gonna say it.
Did
He
you
was being
say
a dick
who
about
you
it.
were?
I was like, do
Did
you
you say
have
who
any
you work
idea? I did, he did say, I'll see you in court, and then I'll say, you'll see my lawyers.
Did you say that?
I did.
Multiple ones.
I never get to drop that. It was like.
So you have to go to court for this?
It's a ticket.
Yeah.
It's a ticket.
Yeah, if I don't want to pay the fine.
It's a ticket.
Oh,
or if I want to dispute, or if I want to be heard in any way.
It's a ticket.
But I will tell you right now, I think
Jeff Bosey says you should have been arrested, first of all.
I kind of wanted
And Maria
to give,
Loban Martin says the police are looking for you.
Damn.
Come get me. Come get me.
Not while I'm
225
Naughty lady,
Broadway.
as Jeff Bosey says.
225 Broadway. Show up with you in
Not
your
while
army.
I'm over here.
No, I was.
So then what happened?
So he wrote me a ticket. I rushed down to the train.
How much is the ticket?
$100.
Were you threatened for arrest?
Yes, I was threatened
You were
for
threatened-
arrest.
Did you get put in handcuffs?
No.
Did you try to run?
No, I
Did you
did
call
not.
the officer any names?
I did not.
Were you respectful?
I was respectful,
Which is why
but
you
firm.
didn't get arrested.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
And I was like, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go to the booth. And this may be a little conspiracy theorist of me.
So that means you missed your train that you were
yeah,
running for as well.
exactly. The kiosk was
And the
broken.
worst thing is you came late, so you got docked pay, right?
Wait, is that a thing we do?
Yeah, we do here. We
Damn,
docked your pay.
I'll never.
Right,
Oh, I
right.
owe you
So
so
now-
much
so now-
money.
So now your pay is docked. I gotta let Lenny know
Yeah,
this.
so now,
Damn,
so
damn,
now
that's a
I don't
damn,
even
right?
make enough money to pay
Yeah.
the ticket. He.
That would have been a great excuse. Brad doesn't pay me anything. Come on.
Now, I think, and I truly believe this, the kiosk was broken. Literally 45 seconds after they stopped me, they stopped someone.
So that's the defense.
I think that they did it. I think they're doing it on purpose.
That's no defense.
No, there's
That is
no.
zero defense.
Oh, there's no defense. There's no. But I'm saying I think that they post up there knowing that there's a broken kiosk because
right.
they know that people are gonna.
All right, so you think you had a bad day?
Then I lost my
Is that a song?
earbuds. By Daniel Powder, yeah.
Yes, you had a bad day.
Had a bad day. Everyone did.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, I know
Said
now.
a sad song,
Yeah.
just a turdy.
Jonathan, have you had a better day?
I had an amazing day.
Yeah,
actually.
he came in
I
chirpy
came
as
in
hell.
You came in like the happiest guy in the
I
world.
did.
It's awful.
Look, I'm a love chaser. You know
Wow.
what I mean? Like,
Oh.
I came in with roses. You know,
You
I went
did.
to Starbucks and
Yeah.
they gave me a free drink, and like they had it ready for me before I came
And
in.
what was amazing is Jonathan came in, he goes, the most amazing thing happened. I went in the subway and the cop opened the door and said, well, come this way. You don't even have to pay. Welcome.
And guess what? It was the same cop that gave
Yeah,
him a
he said,
ticket.
welcome, come through. No, that happens sometimes. You know, when the thing is broken, the cop's like, I just go through the
Like,
door.
it was just
Yeah.
easy breezy. I went to the gym. Like, I got good news today.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
won. He bought a lottery ticket.
And won $1 million.
I don't know if he won $1 million, but he won some money.
Great, you can pay my
So he's
ticket.
very
I
happy.
definitely would not be.
He's very happy about that. He got a free subway ride. The
It's
cop
just-
allowed him through.
it was
Crazy.
just- I mean,
yeah,
Kim
we're
is
gonna
gangsta,
get
Kim.
gangsta
Listen,
now.
I'm from the South. I'm from a rough part in the
Yeah.
South. It's the intimidation of it. It's the I don't like
that's
people
why she got
who-
a ticket. She
to-
couldn't
to-
use her privileges.
So
'Cause
meanwhile,
she's a
I could
gangster.
have, but I was like, tell me what I did wrong. Great, I'll head to 168 booth right now.
And then
he was
jabbed
like,
him in the
whoa,
throat.
whoa, hold on. And I was like, explain to me exactly. No, I was an unhappy guest.
That's a pretty bad day.
It is.
And I
feel
lost
bad
my
for you.
earbuds running to
Oh,
the
damn.
train, and they're brand new. They were so fancy. It was
That's a dang.
y'all. Today
All right,
I'm
it's a
putting
bad
today
day.
in the L
It's a
column.
bad day. And
Tomorrow will be
for that
better.
reason,
Yeah.
Miranda was not voted for.
Was
You're
not
like,
voted
you're like,
for.
screw Miranda, I'm voting for Cuomo. That's it.
That's probably
I'm
why all
having a
this
bad
happened.
day.
David Gabriel said, Kim, this is why you need Vex money. We were talking about
Yeah.
this yesterday.
Meanwhile, I like how Miranda does her bagels. Did you
do.
see that? It
Yes.
was like a big
Her
thing in the
bagels?
news
Mhm.
that people were unhappy because Cynthia Nixon, we should call her Miranda, Cynthia Nixon, who is running against Cuomo for governor for the Democratic ticket, she ordered a bagel with raisins and lox. And people say, how could you eat fish and raisins in a bagel?
Wait,
And they're like,
raisins?
who eats this?
and lox?
And now people are like, I can't vote for this person
People are so.
There's so.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
That's
I mean,
a ridiculous reason not to vote for
but there are a lot of people vote. It's a raisin cinnamon bagel with lox and cream cheese, and they're like, we can't vote for a person who eats a bagel like that.
You know
People
what?
have said that to me.
I can't
The
tell
shallowness.
anybody to not
I mean, in
vote,
Donald
but-
Trump era, that's like shallowness.
Right.
Well,
you know?
T.I. supports Cynthia Nixon.
He
I don't know if
did.
you guys
I
heard.
did. I saw
T.I.
that.
did post her
When
on
was
his
this?
Instagram a couple of days ago.
Is
T.I.
T.I.
posted,
voting for Cynthia Nixon?
He said he supports her. He said, I don't know who this lady is, but I support her because she was talking about mass incarceration and people that went to jail for marijuana charges.
See, it's always
so.
like the little things that get people. You eat a bagel with, raisins and salmon. I can't vote for you.
See, that's
I don't know
dumb.
who this lady is. I never watched Sex and the City, but you're supporting people who want to reform mass incarceration. I'm voting for you.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Abigail Taylor Watson, hey squad, how you doing? Tamika Nelson saying hello. March Higgs, Dane C, welcome. Welcome, Dane. Deion Watson, David Gabriel, Tamika Nelson, Marsha Whitaker, Carol Anderson, the Tiger popping in, and who else have we? Marjorie Loban Martin, we already said. Jeff, we already said. Marge Higgs, I think we already said. Sunita Bachen, Bachen or Bakken?
We've always said Bakken.
Bakken.
And I feel like for consistency, we should just keep
Bakken.
going.
Okay, Andreen Spence, how you doing? Deanna Love, sending her love as always. Burke Madera saying hello. Kamisha Theowell saying hello. And Cordella Douglas popping in. And we said Sunita already. Donna Roden.
Hey.
We haven't seen her in a while, right?
No, we
haven't. Where's she
haven't.
been? Donna, where you been?
Where you been,
my whole
baby?
life, or at least the last couple weeks. Who else? Lisa Bling Rose. 41 shares already by Groundhog Sam. Natalie popping in. Natalie Nichols. And by the way, 41 shares.
I think you need to
Let me
talk
just.
to them.
We're gonna have a really good share game today. So listen up.
Oof.
All right. But before you listen up, I got to say hello to Clyde Bernard on YouTube, Carol Anderson watching on both, Kamisha Theowell watching on Bros. Nisha Thomas says, hey, Brad Squad. Kool-Aid, always there every day. Loris Burke saying hello. Dominic Carter. Venetia Beckward. Man in the City with the noisy neighbor.
Yes. I think Man City is the noisy neighbor.
Oh, he is the noisy
I think
neighbor.
he is.
I
I mean,
thought
a
he
soccer
to be
fan.
the noisy neighbor.
A soccer fan.
All
Are
right,
noisy
and Fox
neighbors.
Racing saying hello as well. Oh, his soccer club is called the Manchester City.
Manchester City. Yeah.
Oh, I understand. He's a Manchester United fan.
No, he's a Manchester City fan.
Manchester City fan. I'm not familiar.
I was gonna say.
I don't know.
You seem
But
super well versed on your club football.
Maybe he can tell us what exactly that means.
Manchester City.
Yeah.
They're
It's in England.
Yeah.
But isn't it Manchester United?
That's a different club.
It's a different club.
Maybe a different league. That I'm not.
It's like the
certain.
New York Jets and the New York Giants.
Different teams, not different leagues. Yeah. Different.
It's like the
football
Mets and the Yankees.
Nope, that's a. Yes, it is.
Exactly.
Yes, it is. It's like
All
the Mets
right.
and the Yankees.
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias,
Yeah.
listen to this.
I'm listening.
Tamika Nelson, listen up.
Okay.
Lisa Bling Rose, you better get your earbuds out of your ears.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
Marge Higgs.
Uh-huh.
Get your fingers ready to start typing. How many?
Oh my God.
All right. So this is the share game today. We have gave actual thought to this.
We did.
Okay.
And I'm actually excited about
Okay.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to do
Yeah.
a Brad Show Live calendar. 12 months,
Yeah.
12 pictures.
Yep.
I can't tell you, we haven't decided what the pictures are going to be
They're
yet.
just gonna be super sexy poses.
I
I'll
don't
be
know about that.
creative
Kidding.
director.
Okay.
Perfect.
Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias has nominated himself to be the creative director for Brad Show Live 2019 Creative Calendar.
Yes.
We will make the calendar.
Yes.
We will pose for the calendar. We will be in 12 months of the calendar.
Yes.
Perhaps April with an umbrella.
Maybe.
Perhaps June with beach balls.
Don't give him too much.
Yeah.
I won't give him too much.
Don't give him too much.
A
Perhaps-
sunflower covering.
Perhaps September with a big birthday cake, because that's my birthday's in
There you
September.
go.
And November and April as well.
And birthday cakes in 3 months, maybe. I don't know. What we will do a Brad Show Live calendar, and we will mail out the Brad Show Live calendar to everybody who makes at least 2 comments today on Facebook. If we get to 900 shares.
Edited it, folks.
Okay. At first he was saying a little higher, so.
Marcia Martin Hartley, where's her T-shirt? It's in the mail. They're all mailed out, right?
They are all mailed out, and I want to remind people the shirts were a prize for people who played trivia with us that day. It wasn't like the mugs where it's just like a free-for-all.
Correct.
You had to win the T-shirt.
Right, and you got to win the calendar too.
And you got to win the calendar.
This calendar, let me tell you, this calendar idea is
Velma Gale says
the
August
best.
has to have a Jamaica because that's Jamaican Independence Day,
We could
baby.
definitely do that. We could definitely do that. But this,
Sophia
I think
Gray,
this
it will
challenge
not
is
be
the
Brad and
best one.
boxers, okay? Sophia Gray is like, I want Brad and no, we're not going to do Brad and boxers.
Jeff's right. Groundhog in February.
That's right. Groundhog in February.
I know. All I ever think of calendar is like a
rodent
sexy
in February,
calendar.
as Jeff says. He's apologizing.
Yeah, but that's offensive.
All right, but we need to get to 900 shares. That's 900, and we need 2 comments. Plus, we need at least 60 people watching simultaneously on YouTube.
So we are at 77 shares right now.
And we have 38 people watching on YouTube.
Okay, how many? Do we
60.
Need? Oof.
We can do it.
All right, guys, 900 shares, 60 people on YouTube. You guys can do this. This is like, I think this is the best challenge.
Is this the best challenge?
This is the best prize.
You think this is better than the T-shirt?
Absolutely,
yes.
Because you get to see the whole Brad crew.
Starbucks cards are coming.
Yeah,
they were ordered.
And you get to this. All right,
we take a little time to get everything out, by the way. But everyone's T-shirts out. We do what we say we're going to do. It doesn't happen like that, but we will get it out. I promise you.
Say.
Starbucks cards will be out before the end of the month.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Awesome.
They sure will.
Denisha wants a picture. It won't be a picture of me for 12 straight months.
We taught. Well, what inspired it was because Brad was calendar
That's
posing.
what happened.
He was already calendar posing.
Correct.
Getting ready.
I was on the windowsill.
Yeah.
Calendar posing around 4:30 today.
Yeah.
We had a little internet problem. The show was a little touch and go there for a little bit.
Up in the air.
So I was just like, well, I'm just going to pose here waiting to find out if we're going to do a show or not.
Like you were on an exotic beach
Yes,
and the waves were rushing over you.
And Kim and Jilly came in and they're like, wow, you look really good in that pose. I go, really?
That's exactly how it happened.
That's exactly how it happened.
It's true.
And then you both closed the door. And then I'm like, whoa.
We can only handle so much sexy Brad for a second.
I'm like, Kim, that's a little too much scandal going on here. Open the door, please.
And then we lock it. Matt Lauer style.
So yes, 900 shares gets you Brad Show Live calendar. Share it to your friends, share it to your family members. Plus, we need at least 60 consecutive shares on 60 consecutive views, contemporaneous views on YouTube at the same time. As long as you make 2 comments today, we know that you were in the game and you will get the calendar. We will make it. We'll probably make it sometime in October. So if you do win today, we will make sure that your name is on the list. We will post it in the Brad Squad group that you are definitely getting the calendar. We will make it sometime in October. With that being said, Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias, before we get to our schmooze, can you please tell everybody how the hell they're supposed to share?
All right, guys, you guys already know the drill. To share, all you have to do is press that little arrow, depending on what device you're using, is either on the bottom or the top of the screen, and just click that. And then when you do it, you could share it to different people's pages, you can send it to people's inbox, and you could also copy the link and send it in text messages, and of course also inboxing and DMing as well. Please make sure you tell your friends and family to share as well. And what do you get, Kim?
You're gonna get, if you share 900 times and we get 60 consecutive views, 12 whole months of the Brad Show Live crew. Now you're gonna see our gorgeous faces looking dope, of course, but you're also gonna get to see the people that you don't usually get to see, and let me tell you, we have one gorgeous calendar ready crew at all times. This is not something you're gonna wanna miss.
Yes. And by the way, the entire Brad Squad is already jumping on us to saying, how come we're not in the calendar? We already talked about it. That's going to be the next game.
Once you guys win a
yes.
calendar, then
You guys have to win the calendar.
Then we're going to play a game to see who will actually be in the calendar with us.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That will be a different game.
And to answer Ruthie Cutie's question on YouTube, it has to be both 900 shares and 60 consecutive
Because
views
there's
on
only
YouTube.
12 months, so we can't put 500 Brad Squatters in a calendar.
No, we cannot.
Right, so there's only 12 months. So we'll have a game for that as well. But first, you got to hit 900 shares for the Brad Show Live calendar 2019. Can't get it in a store.
Nope.
Can't buy it on Amazon.
Nope.
You can't search for it on the internet. It's not at the local 5 and Dime.
Nope.
You know where it is?
Where?
It's right here with 900 shares and 60 viewers on YouTube.
And we're at 92 right
92
now. So
already.
Times
and we
10.
got an hour and 15 minutes to go on our show. Right?
Y'all can do it.
They can do it. All right, so let's go to our schmooze here. Okay, yesterday we did a lot of hump day stuff.
We did.
We can't do that again.
Okay.
All right, we got to
Until next hump day.
Till next hump day.
Right.
Till next Wednesday.
Right.
All right, but nope, I'm going to save it for the Italian doctor.
Oh!
No, we're
Are
going
you
to save the
going
Italian doctor. No, we're not going to go there.
I was going to say, for a non-hump day, that is
no,
a hell of a story.
All right, in all seriousness, Donald Trump, he promised that he's going to get Mexico to pay for the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Vicente, I think it was Vicente Fox,
was
the former prime minister of Mexico. He's famous for making that video. We ain't going to pay for no stinking wall.
Right. Hell to the nah.
Right. So now the United States, instead of Mexico paying for the wall, the United States, Donald Trump has said, is now paying over $20 million to Mexico to deport Central Americans and others back to their home country before they even cross over the border. So we've had plenty of guests on our show already where people are at the border waiting to apply for asylum, coming up from Central America. And what the United States is now doing is they're paying Mexico before they even reach the U.S.-Mexican border to stop them in their tracks and deport them back. In a recent notice sent to Congress, Trump said it's going to be $20 million in funds he wants to give Mexico in the next few months.
Oh, my God.
Kate Waldman, a spokesman for the Department of Homeland Security, said the program was intended to relieve immigration flows to the United States. And I'm quoting her. She says, "We are working closely with our Mexican counterparts to confront rising border apprehension numbers." You know, it's a much different situation than when Trump says, you know, everyone from Mexico is a rapist and a killer.
Exactly.
You know, I'm surprised that Kate didn't say, we're working with a bunch of rapists and killers down in Mexico to deport some Central Americans back to their home country.
Right.
Specifically, Department of Homeland Security says specifically there's a 38% increase in families this month alone at the border trying to get in. So basically, the United States is thwarting people who are escaping violence, coming to America for their life.
Right.
They're paying Mexico to send them back to their violent country before they have an opportunity to legally apply for asylum on the border.
So crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What the irony in this blows my mind. From they're going to pay for the wall to we're going to pay them to help us is mind-boggling to me. And yet Trump supporters will not see it that way.
And meanwhile, immigrant advocacy groups, you know, obviously have called this very misguided, a wasteful use of money, and it's absolutely failing to address the underlying problems why people are leaving Central America to come to the border in the first place.
Right.
All you're doing is perpetuating the problems. National Immigration Forum Executive Director Ali Noorani said, we shouldn't be paying another country to do our dirty work. We should actually be fixing our immigration system and helping these countries get back on solid footing. It smacks of desperation by Trump. Meanwhile, Trump also announced 12,800 children are still being held in detention.
What?
Yeah, 12,800. Even though hundreds of children separated from their families after crossing the border have been released, there are still 12,800 children in jail.
Sheesh.
3,000 kids.
2,400 were put in jail in May 2017 and are still sitting there 1.5 years later.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Most of these children have crossed the border alone without their parents. So these are still children without parents.
Right.
Sitting in jail, some of them over 1.5 years.
Oh
They're teenagers from Central America. They're housed in over 100 shelters across the United States. Historically, unaccompanied children were generally placed with sponsors.
Right.
They did SIJ applications, special immigrant juveniles. Now they're not putting them with sponsors anymore. They're literally holding them in jail and not giving them an opportunity to do the SIJ cases.
Wow.
That's what's happening there. Meanwhile, because there are so many people being held at the border now, and we have Hurricane Florence bearing down on North Carolina and South Carolina as we speak right now, what has Donald Trump done? But he's taken $10 million from Hurricane Florence recovery money from the Federal Emergency Management Agency and sent it to a private jail company to house more children at the border. An additional $200 million was taken from the Department of Homeland Security and given to private jails to house more and more children at the border.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
As Hurricane Florence is barreling down on North Carolina, Donald Trump says 3,000 people did not die in the hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
In fact, he said 6 to 10 people died, maybe.
Oh, come on.
And everybody else died of old age after the hurricane.
What?
That's basically what he said. Despite the fact that independent analysis by Harvard University professors, that's how they determined it was 3,000 people.
Right.
Harvard University, went to Puerto Rico, independently verified 3,000 people died as a result of the mismanagement of Donald Trump's administration in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. They counted people who it's not just floods and you drowned or a tree fell on your head in the middle of, a hurricane.
Right.
It's the after effects. People who were denied medicine, water, food, who were unable to get to safety for days or weeks later, who didn't have electricity, who were living in squalor, all died. That's as a result of the mismanagement of Trump.
And it's his own government. This was a government-sponsored study. And it's his own administration that said 3,000, and then in a tweet he's like, nope, didn't happen. It's by the Democrats.
Yeah, the Puerto Rican government revised Hurricane Maria's official death toll, I'm reading it here, from 64 to 2,975 last month, following a study which was conducted by researchers at George Washington University's Milken Institute School of Public Health, plus similar studies conducted by the New York Times, Penn State University, and Harvard University. One independent newspaper and 3 independent universities all confirmed this, except Donald Trump.
Right.
You know what's amazing is that he seems to be lying more and more now.
Yep.
Like the lies just keep getting worse and worse.
Absolutely.
And it always reminds me, I'm not saying the guy's Adolf Hitler, but it always reminds me of what made Adolf Hitler come to power and gain all of that power. And what Adolf Hitler, what his main thing is if you're going to lie, the bigger the lie, the more believable it is.
Yep.
Right.
And I think that's like he's taken it right out of the playbook. I'm not saying it's going to be a Holocaust and 6 million people are going to die, but what I am saying is that that's right out of Adolf Hitler's playbook.
Absolutely.
Okay? The bigger the lie, the more people believe it.
Yeah.
So if he were to say, well, I don't think there's 3,000 people died, I think maybe 1,500 people died, then it won't be as believable as 6 people died.
6 people, right.
Yeah.
6 people died. They're wrong.
6 people.
Yeah.
The Milken Institute, which was from George Washington University, they defended their study.
No kidding.
And I'm quoting them, "We stand by the science underlying our study. The study commissioned by the government of Puerto Rico was carried out with the complete independence and freedom from any kind of interference." The San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulin Cruz, who pleaded with Trump to send additional aid in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. Nothing came other than, you remember the famous Donald Trump trip, toss the bounty.
Yeah.
That was the only aid that Trump gave. He was tossing some bounties.
Yep.
Hit back at the president's death toll denial, saying in a tweet, quote, "People died on your watch. Your lack of respect is appalling." Florida Governor Rick Scott, who's a Republican, said, "I disagree with the President of the United States. An independent study said thousands were lost, and Governor Rosello agreed. I've been to Puerto Rico 7 times and saw the devastation firsthand. The loss of any life is tragic. The extent of lives lost as a result of Hurricane Maria is heart-wrenching." I don't know what's going to happen with Hurricane Florence right now.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm at a total loss for words as to how this man and he redirects money away from FEMA after a hurricane killed him.
And before we get into our oh wow, nobody put up. I got to do this before we get into our. Nobody put up my my calls. They didn't. Nobody got this ready here. Here we are.
Doesn't it stay ready?
No, it doesn't stay ready. Okay, we got 4 people on hold.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. We have 4 people on hold. So we're going to get to all our calls in about 2 or 3 minutes from now. But this was disgusting. Not as disgusting as the farting. Okay. But someone stole like $40,000 worth of live bugs from a museum in Philadelphia this past week. Did you see that? Who goes and steals bugs?
It was by your head.
But why?
Some of them were endangered species, like a 6-eyed sand spider. Now, the museum owner, this is the Museum of Insects and Butterflies in Philadelphia, says, "I'm not sure there's ever been a larger live insect heist. Our insurance doesn't cover this. Why would they? Who would steal bugs?"
Right.
It was an inside job as security footage shows 3 employees carrying
Sorry.
insects out of the building in boxes over several days. The thieves left their staff uniforms pinned to the wall with knives and didn't show up to work. Cambridge explained that they know exactly who did this but wasn't interested in pressing charges. These are young people. We don't want to see this follow them around for the rest of their lives.
Wow, that's a really kind museum.
That is a very kind museum.
Abigail Taylor, I am with you. My skin is crawling as well.
Well, you know, who goes to see the insect museum?
People who like insects?
I don't know. There are people out there.
Yeah, there
are people out there.
The insect collection market is
huge.
Quite crazy. I'm assuming that's why they were stolen.
Yeah.
I'm an arachnophobic.
I am too. My son Zachary is in boarding school. He told me there's a kid down the hall who has an ant farm in his room. I'm like, who does that?
Nope. Like for what?
Can you imagine if you were the roommate of the kid with the ant farm?
Hell no. Hell no. Now, this is the thing I always say. This is why I don't like spiders. Ants can fall in this too. They will crawl in your ear and put eggs in there so that when their babies hatch, they come out of you and they just murder you.
Don't you like swallow a certain amount of like hundreds of
bugs
of spiders or something a year? Or
yeah,
something
you
like
swallow
that?
like 20.
Who swallows bugs?
When we sleep.
Humans.
We swallow 20 spiders a year? I don't think so.
It's like
there's no spiders living in my room.
It's not spiders, but insects.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, when you sleep.
I don't believe that.
Okay, see, and they're just putting up the pictures.
I don't believe that there's any insects flying in my mouth when I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna research it.
You go research it. Meanwhile, before we get to our immigration questions, and we're gonna get to our immigration questions in about 2 minutes, I see one of our Brad squatters, Jeff Bossy, is online. Let's see what Jeff has to say. Jeff.
Hey, how you doing, Bossy?
What's happening? What? Jeff Bossy or Bossy?
Jeff Bossy.
It's pronounced Bossy.
Okay, Jeff.
Wait, it's
Bossy? We've been calling him Bossy the whole entire for like a year and a half now.
It's all right.
All right. So how was your comedy routine last night?
The other night it was pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. I got a handful of laughs, and there was only a handful of people.
Wonderful. Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
That's it. Start from the bottom, work your way up. I actually do know who stole those bugs.
You do?
It was the people working for the nail salon, so they could put them in the nail salon.
The Russians!
It's an inside job with the Russians.
Inside jobs with the Russians with the nail salon. So where have you been, Jeff? Everything okay with you?
Well, yeah, I'm good. I went on a little hiatus. I'm back. I am back. But
yes,
I did want to say, I did come back, and I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in the sharing that's going on.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Groundhog
I'm
Sam says 122 shares.
I mean, I'm looking right now, you got about 84 people.
Right.
So I would have to say if 84 people just shared to 10 people, that brings us more than halfway to the goal.
Kim, are you paying Jeff Bossy to say all this? Is he getting paid off for this?
I have a fine to pay and docked pay. I got no money to pay Jeff Bossy
Jeff,
for this.
thank you very much for pushing the sharing.
Listen.
I really appreciate that.
Listen.
What?
Not a problem. But listen, no, I can't talk to Kim. She's part of the Turnstile gang.
That's true. That's true. I got the jacket and everything. Tomorrow I'll show up with a tattoo on my arm.
You know, your mom said, "Don't you hang out with a good crowd." You know what? Hang out with. You hang out with Kim. You're with the wrong crowd.
I'm who Mom warned you about, Jeff. Yeah. Also, I love it. Abigail Taylor Watson said that Jeff's voice is exactly as she imagined.
I love the fact that my voice sounds like the Fat Joe Pesci too.
All right, Jeff. I appreciate.
But I also did want to say, real
yeah.
quick. I did want to say it is my first time calling, and I'm a little starstruck with Jonathan on there also. So hello, Jonathan.
Hey,
and
Jeff.
Listen, everyone else have a terrific evening, and I hope the show goes great, and I hope everybody gets us to the goal of 900 because I definitely want to see what this calendar is going to look like.
Hey, Jeff. Welcome back. We missed you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Miss you too, guys.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, Jeff Bossy.
Jeff Bossy.
Bossy.
He just said it.
We like.
I thought he just said Jeff Bossy.
He said Bossy.
In all of
Like
the variations of that name that we have thrown out there, Bossy has not ever been one.
Never been one.
Jeff Bossy.
Jeff Bossy.
Bossy.
Jeff Bossy.
I find that hilarious.
I still like Bossy Bossy.
Bossy Bossy.
Wait, it wasn't even Bossy Bossy. It was Bossy Bossy. We've never even gotten close.
Can you imagine all our Brad squatters start calling him and they we've been pronouncing every one of their names wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I just noticed you have a straw in your mug. Why
I
is
do.
there a straw in your mug?
Because I just whitened my teeth and they said don't have anything because I'm drinking coffee.
It's gonna chill you and then all of a sudden
and then it's coffee
and then
too.
you're gonna be like ow. You're gonna be like ow and then it's gonna hurt and then you're gonna make
stain it.
But I'm glad that you feel comfortable with us and the entire Brad squad and giving all your beauty secrets.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys have to, keep up your image.
Yeah. Do you do anything else?
I cut my own hair.
You cut your own hair?
I've cut my own hair since high school. So I cut it
nobody touches your hair.
Nobody touches it. So I've cut it. So I cut it every 2 days.
You have like a buzz thing goes like this. What do you do?
Yeah, I have clippers and then
how
guards.
do you clip? What do you like? Edward Scissorhands?
No, like clippers. No, like clippers. Electrical clippers.
Oh! I thought you were like I'm going like this.
No, I don't use scissors. No, I use clippers with guards.
All of a sudden he's like,
Nah, saves a lot of money though.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I'm sure it does.
Undercover thing.
Yeah. Do you use creams in the evening?
Huh?
Creams
no, I
in the
don't.
evening.
No, so skin regimens, that's one thing. That's one thing I need to start doing.
Yeah. Oh, you need to start doing skin regimens.
Yeah.
Why? Your skin looks good.
No, I think the older I get, everybody needs it.
Foot deodorizer?
No.
No, you don't have smelly feet. Do you have smelly feet?
No, I
just want to know what I want to know what his routine is.
But is that like a normal routine thing?
For some people who have smelly feet, yeah.
Foot deodorizer.
Yeah.
Never. No.
Are you a roll-on or a spray guy?
I'm spray.
You're a spray.
Wait, spray? No,
underarm.
For underarm, roll-on.
I'm a roll-on guy too.
Roll-on.
I'm a roll-on guy too.
I tried the spray thing.
Bonding.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're bonding, right?
Yeah.
This is stuff I don't know.
I love colognes.
Okay.
What kind of cologne do you use?
Hermes.
Yes. I like Blue Chanel. And I like
I do.
Versace.
I'm all Hermes and Tom Ford.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
Tom Ford and Hermes.
Dapper Dan over here.
Yeah, Dapper Dan over here. Now, if you could only get me to shave and get my hair cut, I would be.
True.
See, if you did it yourself.
That's right.
I've been feeling the no blazer look.
You like the
I like the blazerless look.
Well, you know what it is because I usually go home and get the blazer and change for the show, but I haven't had an opportunity for the last couple of days.
It's busy, man.
Busy
this
man.
guy right here.
I dig it.
Busy man.
159 shares, you guys.
That's not happening. There's going to be no.
There
will be no calendar.
I guess we can put our robes back on.
Okay, so let me explain this one more time. Maybe people don't get it. okay, you're going to get a free calendar. Yeah. And every month you're going to turn the page and there's going to be somebody from Brad's Squad or Brad's Show crew on it. Now, who's going to be on the Brad Squad on the calendar? We don't know. We're going to have another contest for it. But in order to get the calendar made, we need 900 shares. Why do we need 900 shares? Because if we get 900 shares, then enough people watch our show, and then we can afford to actually do a calendar.
There you go.
Right? Can't afford to do a calendar if nobody watches the show.
Yep.
So, 900 shares on Facebook gets everybody who makes 2 comments today a Brad Show Live calendar that you may even be featured in yourself. In addition, we need 60 people consecutively watching on YouTube. So I want you to share until your fingers hurt. Woo! I want you to share until your fingers are bleeding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Till you chip your nails.
Yeah.
Wait,
no, don't chip your nails.
Chip it.
Don't chip the nails.
Chip away.
I was
Don't
more
chip
at the
the nails?
finger bleeding than the nail chip.
Yeah,
chip
don't
the
chip the
nails,
nails?
but
No,
don't
no.
stop it.
No.
Blood drive.
No, yeah. Don't chip your nails. It hurts. It's expensive to fix.
Well, yeah, if they're
Right?
like this, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're rocking claws, it's not going to work, yeah.
All right, so hopefully everybody shares. Deion Watson says, we trying.
Yeah.
We trying, Brad.
Kanoi British is like, I switched from YouTube to come over and help.
Well,
Yeah.
you're at 190 shares, so you guys are getting
190
up there.
shares.
So,
We're not saying it's impossible.
I never say it's impossible. I
And
always
by the
try to
way,
guys
Marge
back.
Higgs, who's our producer from another state, right?
Another borough, but
Another
yeah.
borough.
Right.
All right. She is reporting.
Yeah.
Okay, she is one of our Brad Squad correspondents.
Ooh.
Is reporting that Paul Manafort at this moment is discussing a plea deal.
Wow.
Thank you for the update. Plus at the same time, she's keeping count on the number of shares. We're at 200.
She's working.
She is
My
working.
God, yeah.
Right?
Grandma does not take a day off.
She is
here.
working. All right, let's go to Ann in Miami, Florida. Ann.
Ann, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
What's going on?
I just want to ask this question about the immigration.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I overstay. Like, I got 6 months in the country, but I do like an extra month over. But
That's
I
an
got
overstay.
married though to a U.S. citizen.
Then you're okay.
So I was wondering if I can go back to my country if it was gonna cause a problem with the filing.
Why do you want to go home?
I mean, I just miss my kids and.
All right, so these are your choices, okay? And I know you miss your kids. You can file an adjustment here, and if you file an adjustment application here and you put your green card in right now, you will get your travel document to see your kids in about 4 to 5 months from now, if you can hold out that long. If you can't hold out, and I understand you miss your kids, and if you can't hold out, go home now. Let your husband file for you. You will not be able to come back without your green card. You've only overstayed 30 days, so you don't have a bar to returning. You can go home now, but you're going to wait home about 14 to 15 months for a green card.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are your choices. What I would suggest you do, Ann, before you decide to do it, have a consultation with us. We could even do it tomorrow by phone. You're in Florida. I'm in New York. We can talk about it and go through both options and see what's best for you in your life, okay?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Sally in Jamaica, New York. Sally.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. I just want to find out. My son is up here on a student's visa. I want to know his terms of getting a permanent resident.
I don't know. Does he have family to sponsor him, job to sponsor him? There's lots of different ways to get green cards. So the fact that you're on a student visa, there's no special form, student visa to green card form. It doesn't exist. All right. So what we would need to do is have a consultation with him and figure out what options he has, and then figure out which is the best option for him to get a green card. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Abungay, if I got it right, in Chicago, Illinois. Abungay.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? Did I pronounce that right?
I'm okay, sir. Yeah, you try. Everybody find it difficult to pronounce my first name.
What is it? How does it?
I'm from Nigeria.
You're from Nigeria, and how do we pronounce your name?
It's Agbongai.
Abungay. I was close.
Agbongai. Yeah, you try, sir.
I try. Hey, I get some credit for trying. All right, what's going on?
Exactly. So I just need some advice.
Right.
My immigration lawyer, he actually took care of my case. So I actually got an ROFE on my birth certificate. So he actually asked me that all I need to do is get my birth certificate, so which I did. So I've been calling him for the past weeks, and I have a unlimited time to submit the RFE, and he's not taking my calls. He's not even replying my calls, not replying my messages. So I'm kind of confused.
All right,
I don't know what
so
to
this
do.
is what you do. Do you have the RFE?
Yeah, I have the RFE.
Okay,
yes,
so then you switch lawyers. He's ineffective. Hold on 1 second. You make a consultation with me. We'll go through the RFE. We can take over the case. You're the captain of the boat. Hold on. Let's go to John in West Palm Beach, Florida. John.
Good day, brother. How you doing, sir?
What's up?
I tell Kim she's looking lovely.
Ah, Kim! I don't know if you heard that or not, but John says you're looking lovely.
I sure did. Thank you, John.
John is a ball of energy here.
I needed that
Okay,
today.
here, John's a ball of energy and giving Kim, you looking lovely.
I'm looking lovely.
John, there's one problem. I got one problem here.
What's that?
Yes.
You're geographically undesirable for her. You're in the wrong state. You're in Florida, she's in New York. It's the only problem here. Other than that, we were going to have a love connection.
Unless you fly her down.
Oh! You want to go?
I tell you, can fly over there quickly.
All right, John, what's going on? What can I do to help you?
Yes, the thing what I want to ask you, Brad.
Yeah.
Remember I told you yesterday that I'm going for the interview, and they said that they need that thing there from me. The affidavit of support.
Right.
The person who's given affidavit of support, it's there now. Is husband and wife filed together. I need 2 pay stubs from the both of them.
Correct.
Okay, and the birth paper as well.
You need, right. If the husband and wife filed a joint tax return and giving you an affidavit of support, the husband signs an I-864, the wife will sign an I-864A. You need their joint tax returns for 3 years. You need job letters for each of them, and you need pay stubs if they can get them. For each.
But question, if they can't get the job letter, can I get the pay stub?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, Bob. Thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate
very
it.
welcome. Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Let's go to Courtney in Queens, New York. Courtney.
Hey.
What's up, Courtney?
Hello.
What's going on,
Hey,
Courtney?
what's going on?
What's happening?
I'm here.
Fabulous.
I'm
What's
here.
going on? You're here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Kim's here too.
I want to find out what the latest on Mr. 45 regarding to our citizenship.
What's the latest on what?
From Mr. 45, garden towards citizenship.
There's nothing changed. You're still, if you're eligible, you're eligible. If you've had a green card for 5 years and you're a person of good moral character, file you for your citizenship.
Okay.
You're all good.
All right,
good. By the way, let me ask you a question.
man.
How do you think Kim looks today?
Huh?
Yeah, is Kim looking good today or what?
Yeah.
Zoom in on Kim. She's looking really good today. There you go.
How uncertain he was.
Right?
Yeah.
Looking good. Everyone says it, Kim. All right, thank you, Courtney.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying for you, Kim.
My day's getting better, Brad.
I'm
Thanks.
trying for you. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to get people to give you compliments. All
Keep
right?
gassing me up.
I'm gassing you up. I'm trying for you. All right. 1-800-529-5465. We got to get to something, Kim, because we got a lot to cover here.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to get to something we call social media check-in. But before we go to social media check-in, that's when you get to ask your questions of us through our social media feeds on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and not in that order. We're supposed to, if we follow our Bradshaw Live rules, answer the questions first from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So Instagram at Bradshaw Live.
Right.
After that, we will answer the questions on YouTube.
Right.
At Bradshaw Live. Why do you want to subscribe to YouTube? Because if you subscribe to YouTube at Bradshaw Live, you will always be notified when we do our pop-up shows. And next week, there's going to be some pop-up shows. I'm telling you this now in advance. So make sure you subscribe to us at Bradshaw Live. You never know when that's going to happen. Why do you want to subscribe to us on Instagram? Well, maybe like Jeff Bosey. Thank you very much.
Bosey.
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 Like Jeff Bosey
Like
and missed a
Bose.
few days.
Right.
You can watch the best of our Instagram, best of our show, 3 minutes or less on Instagram every day. So that's why you want to subscribe to @Brad Show Live Instagram. And then we will answer the questions on Facebook.
Yes.
And now,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing entertainment, social media check-in.
That was a beautiful introduction right
Thank
there.
you very much.
God.
Goodness gracious.
You like that, right?
Yeah.
Now if we would only share.
Right.
If only.
You want to know why Jerry Popper says our viewership is low today, only 94? Because nobody's sharing.
Nobody's sharing.
When you share, viewers go up.
That's right.
Exactly. And we have practiced our calendar poses, just so y'all know. Okay, we are ready. We're
almost at
Don't
60.
You want to see
We're almost at 60 viewers on YouTube. Almost there.
YouTube's getting it.
YouTube's getting it.
All right.
That's right. That's right.
Are we ready?
Let's go.
We're ready.
All right, we got Nicola. So if your priority date is June 2011, can you tell me where they are now?
What is the what?
The priority date is June 2011.
For who? Who's sponsoring who?
This is something.
Should I know? Should I just get it?
Just get it.
Just get it.
Get it.
Get it.
That's what you do.
That's right.
Okay. So right now, priority dates are if for unmarried children, unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens, June 1st, 2011. Unmarried children under 21 and permanent residents, August 22nd, 2016. Unmarried sons and daughters of lawful permanent residents, November 22nd, 2011. Married children of U.S. citizens, June 15th, 2006. And brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, February 15th, 2005. That does not include China, India, Mexico, Philippines that have their own waiting list. So I didn't know which category she's in, so I just sent them all.
Thank you. That was really nice of you.
That was very nice.
He goes above and beyond.
Above and beyond.
Mary Anderson said, if you file for your daughter in June of 2018, when can you expect a reply from immigration?
Another 6 months.
What about, is that a receipt notice?
I assume, well, you get a receipt notice within a few weeks, but I assume in terms of an approval that this is, if it's a child under 21, you're going to hear in about 6 months.
Okay. All right, I have one from Amar. Hey, Brad.
Yay.
Is it really possible to refile I-485 after the first denial for someone who has expired L1 visa last June, less than 180 days, under Section 245K?
Yes. 245K is you can file an adjustment as long as the priority date is current. So on an L1, it would be an EB1 application. The priority date is current. As long as you have not been out of status for more than 180 days, you can file an adjustment for the EB1 category.
Monica said, if your son who's an American citizen is filing for his mother who I'm gonna have to extrapolate, who I believe has a child under 21 who overstayed, can she go ahead and put her on the filing?
Who is she?
So
she's the mom. Is she a resident
she's the
or
mom.
a citizen?
Son is the citizen, and he's filing for mom, and he's wondering.
You cannot add children when a son is filing for a mom. You can't add the son's brothers and sisters or the mom's other children.
Could son file for sister?
Yes, but it's going to be 10 years. Better off wait for mom to get the green card and then turn around and file.
Okay, Nadine Hunter has a question. Can my son be out of the USA for more than 6 months if he's a green card holder? He's 12 years old. If he gets an indefinite landing in JA? Jamaica. Will this be okay?
I don't know what an indefinite landing means, but you should get what's called a re-entry permit for him that keeps him out of the country for 3 years. He shouldn't stay out for more than 6 months at a time.
our noisy neighbor Man City, said, I'm asking for a friend. How long is it going to take the NBC to notify him that USCIS forwarded the case to NBC on September 6th? Hold on. Yeah, so how long is it going to take NBC once it's sent?
After you get the approval, you should hear from the NBC in about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, and then once they've said that it's been transferred to NBC, what's the
4
time?
to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks,
Yes.
great.
Vanish Beckford on YouTube says, when submitting your adjustment of status, do you need a copy of your passport with your stamp, or are you just sending a copy of your I-94?
Just send a copy.
And how many forms in all is supposed to be sent in?
For what?
Let's say for the I-94 or for adjustment of status.
For adjustment of status,
Yes,
it's the I-45, the I-130, the I-130A, the I-864, the I-765, the I-131.
Carol,
Look at that was amazing.
every time with the forms and the visas.
It's like Rain Man.
It's just like Rain Man. There are 1,462 toothpicks. Carol said, if you've got a request for an RFE, does it need to be postmarked on the date that they allow, or does the postmark need to be that final date? So what I think she's saying is, do they need to get it by the time they tell you, or does it need to be postmarked by the time they tell you?
Tell you what?
That you need to have your evidence in, because they sent her an RFE.
You have to have it into them by that day.
But so you need
not postmarked.
Haha.
Yes. All right. So we have Yaya.
Yaya.
Waiting on hold from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk to Yaya. Yaya.
Hello, Yo-Yo. How are you?
Hey.
Hey, Brad.
What's up?
Hey, Kim.
Hey.
Man, long time no see, guys. I want to talk to Yo-Yo a little bit.
Yo-Yo.
Take it away.
What's up?
Yo-Yo. Well, I don't know why you want to talk to you.
Yo-Yo.
It's going to be the Yo-Yo Yaya show.
Yeah.
Good.
Is this a joke or?
Do you have someone calling for you?
No.
No. I'm calling for and everybody for Kim, for Brad, but mainly for the attorney.
Okay, that's me.
That's you, yeah.
Okay, so what's the question?
Hey, Yo-Yo.
Yo. What's up, Yaya?
And where are you from, man?
Huh?
Where are you from?
My family, or where was I born?
I mean, I'm saying like your ancestry.
He's Ethiopian.
My mom is Ethiopian. My dad is Nigerian.
Where you from?
Your mom is...
Where you from?
I'm from Somalia. Next door to
So you're next to
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Do you have a question, or you just like to hang out and chat with us?
No. I also have one
What is the
small
question? What's the question?
What to do? I have TPS, and I would like to adjust its status.
So you have TPS, temporary protected status.
Yeah, my wife is USC.
How did you come to the United States?
Misrepresentation.
And you never traveled on advance parole with that TPS ever, did you?
I want to do that, but what are kind of the risks?
No risk. If you travel on the advance parole, then you have no issue adjusting your status because your last entry was paroled in. You still need a waiver for misrepresentation, but then that would allow you to adjust.
How about if and I have also a removal order under,
then you would need to reopen the case too. So don't travel with a removal order. Hold on, you're gonna need help, yeah. Okay, and that's gonna be from Brad.
Bye, Yo-Yo. Bye, Kim. Bye, everybody.
Peace out, Yo-Yo. Somalia, shout out.
Somalia in the house.
Man.
All right, where are we at with our shares?
Let's see, Brad. The last time I saw it was at 220.
Oh, it's not going to do it.
It's now at 262.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get. Are we going to be able to get a calendar?
What time is it?
6:52.
You guys have about 35 more minutes. I think you guys can actually do it.
I don't know.
I still think you guys can do it.
Oh God.
We're at 97 people watching right now.
Can they
if you
do
guys
it?
do it 5 times right now. Share to 5 different groups.
Jeff Bosey came on.
You know what? I'll even do it with them.
Jeff.
Ooh,
I can't even say his name.
Jeff Bosey.
Bosey. Jeff
I still say
Bosey.
Bossy Bossy.
Jeff Bosey came on.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't even cheer for him.
Right.
They're not cheering for him. Who are they going to cheer for?
They're not, wow.
Damn, that's deep.
That's damn.
Us, hopefully.
Hopefully us.
Hopefully us.
So anyway, on a serious note.
Yes.
I had talking to a woman yesterday by the name of Sarah Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's a Christian mother, and she came to terms with her son being gay through a very personal journey that started with her church and ended at the Gay Pride Parade.
Wow.
Wow.
Because originally she rejected her son.
Right.
She is the author of How We Sleep at Night, a Mother's Memoir, and the founder of the organization Free Mom Hugs. And it's moms who give out hugs to people. She joined me to discuss her incredible journey. She's a really amazing woman. Let's watch. Sarah Cunningham is the author of How We Sleep at Night, a Mother's Memoir, and the founder of the organization Free Mom Hugs. Sarah lives in Oklahoma, is the married mom of 2 sons, one of whom is gay. She is with us today to discuss her journey to acceptance of her son's homosexuality and her own self-discovery in the process, and how that led her to understand that acceptance comes through education and knowledge. Welcome, Sarah. How are you today?
Very good, thank you.
So 6 years ago, your son came out and came to you and said he's a homosexual. How old was he, and what was your reaction when your son came out? Did you have any idea this was going to happen?
He tried to come out to us his entire life. When he turned 21, he said, "Mom, I met someone, and I really need you to be okay about it."
Well, what do you mean by he tried to come out his whole life? Do you had some inclination ahead of time, or he told this to you after that he's always wanted to tell you and he kind of hid it?
There were inclinations and conversations. The conversations, I simply manipulated them or just nipped them in the bud. I was not having that conversation. I didn't allow him to talk much about it or express himself much about it.
So
I didn't handle the news very well.
So you just were of the opinion, if we don't talk about it and you don't admit it, it's not true.
Right, exactly.
And so when he finally came out, I guess he was very frustrated. He wanted to come out and tell you because it must have hurt inside a lot. What was your reaction? You said you didn't take it well.
We both had prayed that day away, and I just spiraled into depression. We raised our children 20 years in the church, living in a conservative state. I just didn't think that would happen. I had to face the reality, and that day started the conversation.
And you're a religious woman. You're a pastor, I believe. Is that correct?
I wasn't at that time.
Uh-huh.
I am a woman of faith. Raised our children 20 years in a conservative church.
And when your son came out as gay, did you turn to the church to try to speak to whoever the pastor was or other religious figures in the church and say, hey, help me, what should I do? And if you did, what was their reaction? What did they tell you to do or how to act?
At the time, I would try to speak to my peers. You have to remember, we spent 20 years in this church. I had relationships with the women, very close friends, and as I tried to talk about it, they responded with words like hate the sin, love the sinner, or they thought maybe it was just a phase. Parker was just trying to get a reaction out of me. Nobody really knew how to have that conversation because we didn't have same-sex people in the church. We didn't have same-sex marriages. Nobody talked about it.
You know, I've heard, I don't know if anybody said to you, I've heard people in church say, well, if you're a homosexual, you're going to go to hell. I don't know if you heard that. You did. How did that make you feel? And when somebody says that to you, how are you supposed to take that information, process it, and what are you supposed to do with it?
Well, it was the hardest thing to process being a woman of faith. It's the hardest words to hear being a mom. That suddenly my son is considered less than a spiritual whole being, that he was in need of being saved from himself, and it was devastating. It was a devastating time for our family.
But how did you work through it to get to the point where you are now?
Well, as I tried to talk about it within my church, I was just met with some alienation, and it just got painful, and soon Parker withdrew, and then I felt like I had to choose between my faith and child. So I started writing about it. I wrote a book, How We Sleep at Night. It's just how I got through it. And about the same time that the book came out, I found a private online Facebook group for moms like me. And we started 250 moms, and we all had the same story of feeling alienated and separated from our church homes, from many members of our family and society in many ways.
So did your faith change, or have you have less faith now?
My faith has grown.
Has grown.
I'm a Christian by faith. There are things that might have offended me 5 years ago that I can experience now with the LGBTQ community. Being involved with the LGBT has allowed me to see a spiritual, dynamic human sexuality and expression that not everybody has. And it's something that, quite frankly, the church is missing out on.
And they're missing out on it because they're missing a whole community from it. Where do you go pray if you've now rejected the church where you were originally there for 20 years?
When I go to a fully affirming church.
A different church completely? Same denomination?
Yes. Yes, as in, I had to learn the difference between affirming and non-affirming. An affirming church will celebrate the spiritual gifts of the LGBTQ person and honor same-sex marriage as holy. A non-affirming church may limit service. For example, my transgender friend may not be allowed to work in the nursery, and they will not honor same-sex marriage as holy.
So basically, an affirming church will say that someone who's a homosexual is not a sinner, and a non-affirming will say you are a sinner, and try to change you, or
life and death.
And try to change you, or convert you back to being a heterosexual, if that's even possible.
Yes, in fact, it's a difference between life and death.
Why do you say it's a difference between life and death?
Because as we raise our children in the non-affirming church, as they come out or fall in love, they're devastated when they're alienated from that community or not recognized. The relationships are not recognized. This leads to devastation, depression. In fact, in Oklahoma, conversion therapy, also referred to shame ministry, is still sought out. It's still legal and it's paid for here in Oklahoma, and we're working diligently to have that outlawed.
Why do you think that the non-affirming churches are less than inclusive? Why do you think they act like that? Is that just because the teachings of the Bible, that's what they believe, or do you think there's something more to it than that?
Well, in my opinion, I believe through searching the matter out myself, if the church would do its homework on the history of human sexuality and what the Bible really says about homosexuality, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I believe as a Christian society, we have been duped. I believe that as a Christian society, the original scripture has been misinterpreted, miscommunicated, and therefore causing an entire community to be ostracized, and criminalized, and thrown out. And I'm an Oklahoma mom who's educated, saying enough is enough.
Is that what prompted you to write your book, How We Sleep at Night, A Mother's Memoir?
I wasn't as into my journey as I was when I wrote the book. In fact, the last chapter of the book was inspired by standing at the Pride Parade with my son in 2018.
And where was this Pride Parade? Was this in Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma City, just blocks away from where I live.
And tell us about what you wrote in that chapter.
That chapter was my first interaction with the community that I found to be beautiful, misunderstood, and spirit-filled.
And what was the most misunderstood concept between people who are not accepting of people, how they're born or how they want to act or their sexuality? What's the biggest misconception, do you think?
Well, prior to visiting our gay district, we refer to it as a 39th Street. And prior to visiting that street, I was convinced in my fear and ignorance that there were only orgies or hate crimes waiting to happen on that strip.
And people believe that?
I did.
You did. And I guess there's others as well. And the reality is what?
It's the furthest thing from the truth.
Right. They're just
they're
human beings.
Anxiety.
They're human beings
who are in ignorance.
They're human beings who love, who are scared, who have emotions, who have feelings, just like all of us.
Yes, sir.
You started a organization, Free Mom Hugs. What is that all about?
In 2014, I stood with Parker at the Pride Parade. In 2015, I made a homemade button that read, Free Mom Hugs. And with anyone who made eye contact with me, I offered a free mom hug or a high five. And I went home that day covered from head to toe with glitter and horror stories of families who've just been blown apart by fear and ignorance. That's when I started meeting with other moms like me, and we started helping at-risk individuals in the community who'd been kicked out of their homes, and helping with a gas card here or there or a food card from Walmart. And then the next year we made up our banner and walked in the Pride Parade, and we had people coming over the barricade to get hugs. And it was a profound moment. After the election, we started going on tour with the banner. We do a lot of really good things.
You give hugs to everybody?
Everybody.
How many hugs you give a parade, do you think, on average?
Thousands.
Thousands. And most of those people that you're hugging have problems with their family? Their family, they feel ostracized or rejected in some way?
I wouldn't say all of them, thankfully, but the majority. The majority.
That's sad. What is the reaction when you give a hug from somebody?
It's profound, not only to be on the receiving end of that, but to give it as a gift. And whenever I hug someone, I always just try to encourage them that I'm glad that they're there, that we love them. But usually the response is heartfelt. It's very emotional.
Now, people actually, I'm told, get in touch with you now to attend events to give mom hugs. What kind of events have you been going to give mom hugs?
Well, actually, we just finished going to a march, Out of the Darkness walk. It's a suicide prevention organization. Here, moms, friends, and allies made ourselves available. And the first hug I received on that day, a young woman said it was like 177 days since she had received a hug from her mother, who had she lost to suicide. And we'd been asked to attend graduations for students who've been excommunicated from their parents, and for couples for having their first baby. Can you come in to the birth of our baby because our parents don't have anything to do?
What do you think that says about society, that you're so in demand just for a mother figure to give a hug and just a second of love to somebody?
I think it says that people need to be accepted, and we should be able to give that in any way, shape, or form.
You're not the only mom hugging out there, right? There's lots of there are lots of volunteer moms hugging, right? Do you have dad hugs too? Are dads allowed to hug?
Yes.
Yes? So there's dad hugs, there's mom hugs. How many people out there are hugging, going to events? This is like growing into a whole chapter around the country, all on Facebook, right?
It's been, I think, 3 months since the post went viral, and we're just now getting caught up on email. And we have a Free Mom Hugs Facebook page, and we're hearing from people all over the world wanting to start chapters and get plugged into their Pride or PFLAG or any LGBTQ community, and that's how we encourage people, is just to show up, to make yourself available. That's what I did.
How do people know when you go to a parade? How do people know that you're there to give a hug and just give comfort and some love?
Well, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We have banners. My favorite is to wear a T-shirt that's pretty bold, It just says Free Mom Hugs. There's no mistaking it. You can recognize it from far away. And if you go and spend any time on the Free Mom Hugs Facebook page, you'll see posters and buttons and people just making all sorts of things to get the message out.
How many people in your group right now, Free Mom Hugs?
On the Free Mom Hugs group?
Yeah.
We're over 35,000 now.
Wow.
And in June we had maybe 250.
And so this has all been over the summer, since the beginning of the summer. That's amazing. Now, tell me about, you're going on a 10-state, 10,000 hug tour. Tell me about that.
This will be our third year to go on tour. After the election, I started hearing great fear and anxiety from the private online Facebook moms like me and from the community. And so I brainstormed with some friends, and we decided to take the Free Mom Hugs banner from Oklahoma City to the Stonewall Inn. And we traveled for 2 weeks. We had 10 city stops along the way. In the afternoon, we had luncheons with civic faith and business leaders and just having conversations, dialogue about what's affecting our children and our families. And in the evening time, we would take a gay bar or a gay district and just offer Free Mom Hugs. And it was very successful.
And did you say the Stonewall Inn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us a little history about that?
Well, that's where the first gay riot, some say that's where the first gay riot began, or the Pride Parade began.
It's right here in New York City.
It was recently made a national landmark, and we were the first group to be awarded a permit to exercise First Amendment right there. And we just offered hugs to the community there. We spent Mother's Day at the Stonewall Inn, and it was wonderful.
That's nice. That's very nice.
2017, we went to the Stonewall Inn. 2018, we took the banner to the Matthew Shepard.
I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is.
Matthew Shepard is a young man who was beaten and left for dead along a fence post in Laramie, Wyoming, because he's gay. The life and death of Matthew changed the way America handles about hate crimes. And it's every mother's with a gay child's worst nightmare. And my son and I took the banner on a 2-week journey and stop from Oklahoma City to the Matthew Shepard Memorial, and we spent Mother's Day there. We're gearing up for the third tour to take us to the Harvey Milk Memorial in San Francisco. The goal is to raise awareness, encourage the community that we have moms who love them, who are fighting for them and their well-being, and to encourage parents to have authentic relationships with their kids.
Did you ever picture yourself as an activist?
No, but you know what? Since getting educated on the history of sexuality and what the Bible really says about sexuality, I am fighting for my son and the LGBTQ community like my hair is on fire. And once you hear the cry of the oppressed and to not react, then you're not listening.
Do you feel more energized as a human being now than before? Because you were a very religious person. You used religion as, a basis to live your life. And now you've built your life and you're centered around this type of activism.
I used to say that I wouldn't change anything because it's brought me to where I am today, but I would have changed things. What we went through was wasted energy, and fortunately, I still have my son. Many moms don't have their child. So I'm simply doing things that I wish someone would have done, and I was trying to figure things out. What I would have done if our church would have said, we don't know how to minister to you, but here's some information. Here's another mom that's gone through what you're going through. And there's a mom out there like me then who needs a mom like me now. Oftentimes we just, as a woman of faith, I needed to hear from someone who shared my faith that it's okay to search this matter out. And when you search the matter out, you get educated on it and you realize that it's all right to accept your child. And if you can either learn to celebrate your child or you're going to suffer with them. And it's a whole lot easier to love them than to try to ostracize or save them from themselves.
So let's talk about your son a second. How's he doing today?
He's wonderful. Both my boys are just a joy. We have a family dinner most Sunday night, and happy, and he's healthy, and he's thriving. And that's something that I didn't see in him prior. He was always seemed to be depressed or conflicted, And once he was allowed to live authentically, he just thrived.
So he's a much happier person now that you accept him than before.
Yes.
And
yes,
you
and
really
he can accept himself.
And you've really made a difference in his life by accepting him. Probably the greatest difference ever.
Some people might say he's the lucky one, but I'm the lucky one, really, because I still have him.
What are we looking for in the future for Free Mom Hugs?
I don't know. I can't imagine. Just
hug the world.
All around. Yeah.
Let's hug the world. Where can we find out more about Free Mom Hugs?
You can go to our website. It's freemomhugs.org. Even though hugs are free, it costs money to travel, to make resources, and to travel to just get our story out there. We educate, empower, and embrace the community and the parents.
Where do we find your book?
The book is How We Sleep at Night, a mother's memoir, and it's available on Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble.
You know we're an immigration show. Immigrants who are in same-sex relationships in another country are fearful to come to America because of Donald Trump, and at the same time are running for their lives. What advice do you have for them?
My advice would be to keep yourself safe, first and foremost. You find people who will have your best interest in mind. And we have moms even moving within the United States saying, is this state going to be safe for my transgender child? So, I mean, it's happening within the United States as well. And you just need to do the research if you can and keep yourself safe and your family safe.
If you are a homosexual or in a same-sex relationship or even a marriage or whatever it is, and you have a fear of returning to your home country, you should absolutely go speak to somebody about seeing whether it's an asylum case or they have Convention Against Torture.
Right, if I could add something to that, on the next tour, it's called the Tour of Hope, because Harvey Milk, as you know, was the first openly gay elected official. And he called out those from the LGBTQ community in high status careers. As a tour, we're calling out parents, calling out allies to stand up and make the world a safe place.
Tell us how you'd like to see your America or your American dream play out over time.
My American dream is to have just everyone treated equal. When I realized that my straight son had more rights than my gay son, I had to figure that out and get, educated on that. It shouldn't even be an issue. So my American dream would be that everyone would be created and treated equal.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah Cunningham, author of How We Sleep at Night, a mother's memoir, and the founder of the organization Free Mom Hugs, who has given tens and tens of thousands of hugs, has 35,000 members in her Facebook group in just several months. Congratulations, you're making a difference, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I'm glad to be on this side of the story with you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks. Good job.
You too.
All right. So, Kim, Jonathan, what'd you think? There was a lot of comments.
It's a lot of comments. Yes.
A lot of positive, some negative, but each his own, I guess.
I thought it was really, really, really powerful. I think it's something that a lot of people don't end up talking a lot about, that kind of intersection between how do I handle something that's really, really personal and how does that impact my faith. And I think I loved how honest she was about the struggle that involved and what came of it. I thought it was really inspirational.
All right.
I agree.
All right. So there's also a lot of discussion about the sharing.
Yeah.
I'm out of the picture. Look at that. As soon as I bend back this way,
that's because you're literally leaning back.
Why are you so far away?
If I roll super far away.
If I roll super far away, I talk like this. Nobody even sees me. I should go back this way.
There you go.
Whoa, I'm going to go this way. There we go.
You're too far away.
Well, one second. This is where everything is situated. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm supposed to sit here.
Exactly.
That is. You're supposed to be.
I don't know how did I get moved.
Look how you look. It's all like
I got moved. But you see, I can't move any further over.
That's true. You have a thing.
I have a thing
in
here.
Your way. You have a thing in your way.
Somebody purposely moved my chair out of the camera angle. I just realized that. Who would do such a thing?
Groundhog Sam.
Maybe the people that you're.
Who's trying to sabotage our show?
The camera with. I think that must be it.
Was it Colonel Mustard in the
in the library?
In the library, in the video editing room? Groundhog Sam? Who do you think would be the sabotager?
Groundhog Sam, because he knows that.
No, seriously, somebody moved all of this. I just realized I'm totally out of shot the entire show.
Yeah, you haven't been on screen one.
No, I have not been on screen at all. Nobody even knows that this is. They're like, who is Brad?
It's been like that for months, actually.
Who's Brad?
We've never even noticed.
Exactly. I don't know. What else we got for immigration questions? We got a few minutes to go. By the way, for sharing, I have a theory. I've got 3 theories.
3 theories.
Okay. Number 1, if you share to a group that your friend already shared to, it's going to count 1 time.
Yes.
So, in other words, if 20 people share to the same group, that's 1 share. Right?
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Correct.
I'm going to look at the camera now. Number 2.
2.
There's an orange man in the White House, and who the hell knows what he's doing with our shares?
Yep. I go with that.
He's eating them with his fat face.
Or, number 3.
Yeah.
There's a guy by the name of Zuckerberg who doesn't know how to count. It's one of those 3.
Whatever it is.
What do you think?
Our Brad Squad feels like they're being robbed.
They've been robbed.
And I feel like
they've been robbed of shares.
Because they're sharing.
You think they're sharing?
I know that they are.
Or they're claiming they're sharing, and they're really not.
They would never lie.
You think that?
Yeah, nah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I mean, it'd be almost more effort to lie about sharing than to just share.
And they actually want this.
They want it.
They really want this. I actually want this for you guys, honestly.
They want it.
Yeah, we've been sharing. We're trying to help you get there.
We're trying to help, right. We're sharing. We
I'm
also
telling
sharing.
you, I'm not playing when we say calendar poses. Check. Look at that. Look at that. He was born for it, folks.
All right, so I have some questions for you.
Jeff Bosey.
Yeah.
Bosey said he shared his red rear off, and we have nothing to show for it. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
I mean, it's possible. What we have to do, Brad, is invent our own social media platform. And on our own social media platform, we'll know how to properly count shares. This is what we got to do.
Put it on our list of things to do.
Right, exactly. The next Facebook is going to be Bradster.
Yeah, Ruth Independent Cuddy says, we are not claiming it. She left YouTube and she personally shared 60 times. Lisa Bling Rose thinks it's all of the above.
Yeah, Abigail is like, I can screenshot my shares to let you know.
And there's something wrong. Something smells. Something's rotten. Something is really, really rotten here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, Sankey White shared 11 times. None of them got counted. I don't know what the answer is. I honestly don't know. I don't run Facebook. I don't know. I assume that when somebody shares, that Facebook would count it. I would assume that if somebody takes the time to say, hey, watch this show, it's pretty good, that Facebook would want to count that. I don't have an answer for you. It could be an orange dude. It could be Zuckerberg. But something, goddammit, it stinks.
It does.
God damn it.
Worse than Paul Flart.
Worse than Paul Flart. The Flart cop.
We'll never...
Something is sticky, as Tamika Nelson says.
I agree.
That's right. Something is really, really sticky.
We'll never know.
I don't know. But Facebook is not accepting the shares. That we know.
Yeah, because I mean, 350, I just
they're
can't,
not just,
I don't
they're just
buy
not
that.
accepting it.
I don't buy that you guys have only
They're not
shared
accepting
350
it.
times.
They're not accepting it.
They're not. They're not.
I don't have an answer.
You know what you have to do then? You just got to share
I'll tell you
twice
what.
as much.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
I'll tell you what we'll do.
Ooh.
If we get everybody on Facebook right now to go over to YouTube in the next 5 minutes, and we get to 80
in 9 minutes.
80 simultaneous viewers, contemporaneous viewers on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, because YouTube knows how to count.
They do.
Before the end of the show, which is in about 7 minutes, we get to 80. Everybody on Facebook just goes over to YouTube, subscribes to YouTube, and gets to 80. Then we'll do the calendar.
Wow.
Whoa.
How's that?
That's a first.
How's that?
I even made it easy for him, Brad.
You just gave him the...
I just threw the link in there.
Right. All you got to do is go subscribe and go watch. And Facebook,
Wow.
because Facebook won't count. I mean, YouTube won't count you if you're not a subscriber.
Correct.
So you got to subscribe to our show, and they will count you as a viewer.
Jeff is like, everybody go to YouTube now. Everybody's talking
Dawn
about
Harry says, "You're the lawyer, Brad. Do something." All right, I'm going to do it right now. Just slam the iPad on the ground. I don't know what to do.
So you guys are at 45
I don't know what to
watching
do.
right
What am I
now.
going to do? What am I going to do with Facebook as a lawyer?
Well, I mean, right now, I feel like you gave them a good way to actually catch up and get this calendar. So
Oh my
this is
God.
all on you guys now.
Sarah Cunningham, our guest.
Yes,
that we
our
just
guest. She says
yeah.
she needs a recount. And next time she'll be a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Yes,
For a
we
recount,
would love
okay.
that.
We would love that.
You're
She's
amazing,
awesome.
Sarah.
Absolutely.
We love her.
Come.
We love her.
Oh my God, yes. You gave me the feels, Sarah. You gave me the feels. I got teary.
Yeah.
I did.
All right. Well, you think we're going to get to 80 viewers simultaneously on YouTube?
We'll see. We're at 49 right now.
I hope so. I hope so.
52 watching is
Let's
going
see.
up. So
All right.
shall we ask questions
Let's
while we're
do
doing
some
it?
questions.
Okay,
Let's do
so Kool-Aid has a question.
Yes.
How many inadmissibility can you put on your I-601 waiver at once? Is it one for one?
No, you put all your inadmissibilities on one I-601 waiver. So if you have a misrepresentation and a crime that prevents you from getting a green card, it's all being listed on the I-601. 25 away from the calendar.
25 away.
Keep going.
Monica said, I'm sorry, Burke said, my sister was adopted by my aunt. She's a U.S. citizen here, but she wants to know if she can file for her biological mother back home in Jamaica. Could she do that?
But she was adopted here. Once you do the adoption, that ends filing for biological mom. Sorry.
All right, Mary Anderson has a question. Can you get married to someone if they got a felony for rape, but he did not do it, but he spent 3 years in jail? He didn't plead guilty because he never did it. And he went to court like 5 times, but the person didn't show up at
As
court.
long as he's not on the sex register list, he's fine. You can file whether he did it or didn't, as long as he's not on the sex register list. And if he's on the sex register list, it's a different story. By the way, we're 20 simultaneous viewers away on YouTube from the calendar.
Guys, at 60, come on,
Let's
guys.
go.
You guys can do this.
I'm
You want
gonna
to see this calendar?
skip ahead to Tasira Hack's question because she's watching from Saudi Arabia and it is 3 o'clock in the morning
All right,
there.
so let's go.
Oh, wow.
If permanent resident lives out of the U.S. for 12 continuous years, what kind of visa or petition does she need to go back? She's married to a U.S. citizen and has 4 American kids.
Well, if she was living in Saudi Arabia with these 4 kids and the U.S. citizen, she basically abandoned her permanent residence, and the U.S. citizen should file again for her green card. If it's a situation where the kids, the husband, everybody is in the United States and she has significant ties there, she can try to file an SB1 visa at the U.S. Embassy, say, I never really intended to abandon my permanent residence. I have significant ties here in the United States. Give me a visa to re-enter the United States so I can continue to lawfully reside there as a green card holder. It's called an SB1 visa.
All right, we have one from Alangui. At the time of applying for an I-130 and AOS, would it be an issue if the petitioning spouse's financial records are incomplete for the I-864? No tax returns nor job contract. A joint sponsor was used who met all the requirements and submitted all necessary documents for the form I-864. Just want to find out if this could be an issue. Thank you.
It's not an issue as long as the initial petitioner has to always sign an affidavit of support, even if they make no income, which is basically what you described. So they sign the affidavit of support. They say an income 0, and then you get a second affidavit of support from someone who makes a lot of money, and then you have no problem. That's basically what they described. Go ahead. We're now 19 away.
We are 19 away. 61.
Right, 19
Come on.
away.
Make sure you subscribe. If you're just watching and you're not subscribed, it's not gonna
It doesn't count. Exactly.
You gotta subscribe.
Right.
Christine said, if you're a permanent resident for the past 10 years, but you got divorced last year, how soon can you go ahead and apply for your citizenship?
You got to wait 5 years from the time you got your green card if you're divorced.
Sankei White says, hey, awesome people.
By the way, we're 16 away now.
All right.
16 away from the calendar. Call the photographer, maybe.
I already have
Call the
them ready.
printer, maybe.
I already have them ready, guys.
Right. Get the umbrella out for the April shoot.
You just let me know when I send this text, you guys. You just let me know.
All right. Hey, Austin Peoples. What's up, Sam K? So if a child got his green card through marriage by his father and the feds found out it's not a real marriage and took the cards, they were not charged. However, they were returned to Jamaica. What are the steps they can take to re-enter the child? His mom took him to the embassy and he did not get a visa, and the mom's visa was canceled because she had another child here in the USA.
Well, they got all sorts of problems, but the child didn't commit misrepresentation. They have to somehow be able to figure out how to get a green card, but they're not going to get visitors visas, unfortunately. 14 away. But they should actually give me a call because it's a complicated issue that we would have to work through and see exactly what happened.
14 away and 2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go.
Come on, guys.
Junior Young King said, new card being produced. What does that mean for an I-485 status?
Means you're getting your green card. Mazel tov.
Woo woo!
13 away.
13.
13. 13. 12.
13.
12. 12. 11. We could just sit here and start yelling numbers out.
It is 11.
It's 11.
Wow.
All right.
You
All right, keep going.
All right, guys.
We'll give you with 7:28. We started 5 minutes late, so we'll go for another 3 or 4 minutes if we can get to 80.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. Chin Carter has a question. Hi, my friend filed her paperwork for a green card through marriage to a U.S. citizen. She got her work permit. She wants to move out of state. She and her husband would be, I guess so her and her husband want to move out of state. Would that be a problem for her green card?
No, as long as you and your husband are living together, it's fine. Go live where you want. 6 to go.
Samuel.
6 to go. We're making a calendar.
Come on. We might make a calendar.
Maybe we
6
will.
to go.
We will see.
Come on, guys.
Samuel.
Oh, 2 people just dropped out.
Y'all better go to YouTube. Y'all
the
playing.
heck, man.
There are still how many people watching on Facebook?
Ooh, went down to 69.
Yeah.
All those people, if 10 of those people went, that'd be done.
Yeah.
They'd get a calendar.
All right, keep going.
We've got a question from Samuel, who said, my joint sponsor filed jointly, but I have his tax return and W-2 and pay stubs. Is that going to be okay, or do I need the wife's also? He makes enough without the wife.
If they have a joint tax return, the wife needs to sign an I-864A.
Okay, Olusesan has a question. How long will it take for a green card holder to get his kids under 21 and spouse to the U.S.?
About 2 years. 10 to go, Kim.
10 to go.
If we can get, so let me explain something. We have about 3 minutes to go. If we can find 8 more people to watch simultaneously on YouTube, we will make a calendar and then have a contest another day to see which Brad Squad will be in the calendar. Just so if you're watching on Facebook, go over to YouTube, subscribe. You'll be counted as part of the 80. We have about 2 or 3 more minutes of immigration questions. Let's go.
Janet has a problem. She said, my fiance had his fiance visa interview in Doha, Qatar, and we were denied, but I feel in my heart that the consular had something against us because he called us many times after the interview, and the day before he denied us, he called me, the petitioner, and asked me, was the wedding still planned? And I said, yes, sir, as soon as he comes to the U.S. And I had hope. And then I was so excited after he asked me, and the next day he denied us and sent our case back to NBC. And right to this day, he's not going to tell us the reason for the denial. Do you think I have a case, or is there something that we can do? I have no idea what's wrong, and I think that this guy individually is trying to
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. But we can certainly call the embassy and find out what their specific reason was for denying, and then see if we can work with them and with you to overcome that.
I'm like having an anxiety
It's
attack.
5 to go.
5 to go.
And 2 minutes to go. 2 or 3 minets to go. We're at 7:31. We actually got 4 minutes to go to get 5 more people to watch simultaneously.
Sophia, I'm begging. She's like, Kim, Belgium Kim, please beg them to come to YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm begging. Go to
Beg.
YouTube.
This is all you guys
Go
now.
to YouTube.
Y'all can't blame YouTube.
They want to do the
Trust me.
the calendar, right?
5 more, guys. 5 more. Y'all can do
4
this.
to go.
YouTube.
All right,
We never hit
Samantha.
80 on YouTube ever at the same time.
No.
This will be a record. 2 to go.
2 to go.
2 to go. Well, somebody just dropped off.
All right. Samantha Merchant has a question.
It's very anxiety. My heart's racing.
God.
All right, go.
All right. Can I file for someone with my stamp in my passport that shows I'm a legal resident until I get the green card?
Yes, you can file. You're a lawful resident. You got the stamp in your passport. Look at you going like this.
That's a gif if I've ever seen one.
Exactly. Kill.
Sorry, my computer froze on me.
Yeah.
One darn chick.
One darn chick.
Said, my daughter's going to turn 18 in October in the Philippines. I'm marrying a U.S. citizen on September 10th. What do you suggest? I'm in Queens.
Say it again.
So mom is getting married to a U.S. citizen September 10th. Daughter is turning 18 in October.
That's fine, because as long as the marriage happened before the daughter turns 18, even if it's 2 weeks, that daughter can be filed for by the U.S. citizen as a stepchild.
Amazing.
So we're good. I don't know what happened. We're 6 to go. We were there. We were 2 to go.
You guys, we were so close.
We were so
You guys were close.
How could you guys want?
Yeah.
All right. Alma Benjamin says, can you work with your social security number while your green card is pending?
Can you work with your social security number while your green card is pending? Yes.
We're down to 72. I'm gonna break out the sadness right
We're
now.
not yet. We're still there. We're 6 to go.
Vakisha said,
We got 2 minutes. 7:33.
What's going to take place with immigration coming this September? I saw a lot of questions recently about it. I'm asking for my father-in-law and for myself. What are the big changes happening in September?
Well, there's regulation changes. So, they may, the big thing is getting Medicaid, food stamps, changing affidavit support requirements, what's a public charge. We'll see exactly what happens, though.
All right. We have one from Nikki Q.
Nikki Q.
I'm a conditional residence through my marriage. My 10-year-old child is in a visitor's visa. Will I be able to adjust his status?
Say it again?
I'm a conditional resident through my marriage. My 10-year-old is in a visitor's visa.
Yeah,
Will I be able to adjust
the
his
husband,
status?
the spouse, I don't know if that's a woman or a man, but whatever, the spouse who's the U.S. citizen can file the adjustment. By the way, I just want to make it clear. We have 120 seconds to find 6 people to watch YouTube. If we get to 80 contemporaneous, simultaneous viewers at the same time, we will do the calendar. It will be a Brad Show calendar for everybody who is watching on YouTube and on Facebook, because Facebook doesn't count properly, so we changed the game at the last minute. But we need 6, 7, 8 more people to come over from Facebook, subscribe to Brad Show Live, get to the 80. Let's win this for everybody. And next week, we're going to have a contest on what Brad Squad member is going to be in the calendars with us.
Y'all got this.
We got about 4 questions to go.
You guys got this.
4 questions to go.
Ruthie Cutie said, how long does it take for an adjustment of status of a stepchild under 18?
About a year.
Okay, I'm trying.
What's so funny?
I just realized a fun fact, Brad. It's a little bit of a hack, but I don't know.
What? What?
Nada.
Nothing. I'm just saying.
Nada.
Maybe we'll tell people afterwards. Maybe we'll tell people.
All right, we have one from Antonio.
Come on, guys.
How long does it take to process an I-601 and I-212 waiver?
At least 6-9 months.
Oh, we're 3 away. 3 to go.
3 to go, guys.
I did not wear enough deodorant for this morning.
Yeah.
Antonio said.
We have 2 questions to go.
Sheila said, Brad.
Y'all going down.
When I filed, I did not submit my medical report. I'm trying to go as slowly as possible.
Bring it to your interview.
But I got a letter
Uh-huh.
indicating that was asked and I did not mail it in, but I have it available at the interview.
Correct.
Is this considered an RFE that's going
No.
to delay my process?
2 more to go.
No. 2 people.
Come on.
Oh my God! It's getting.
Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, go on YouTube right now.
80! They did it!
80! Y'all did it!
They did it!
Y'all
I saw it!
did it!
I saw it! All right, we're gonna do the calendar.
We got
We
the
did it!
calendar.
We got the calendar. It was like 80 for like a second.
I was clenched up and down.
Yeah, but we did it. All right.
I hope I get paid extra for being a creative director. Good job, guys. Good job.
Right.
I guarantee you guys will be super, super satisfied with the calendar. You guys are going to love it.
All right. 2 more questions, and we got to go to comment of the day.
All right, we have one from Sheila. Brad, we already said this one. Okay, gotcha. Jay Carter, what are the documents I should submit when filing my N-400?
Just a copy of your green card.
There we go. Sorry. Larry King.
Larry King.
Larry King.
He's alive still?
God, after 18 heart attacks, but I think
Is
he
he still alive?
I think he might still be.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Larry King.
He said,
Yes.
I filed for my kids and they had third green card. I'm assuming they are not third. And after a year, I got my citizenship. Are my kids automatically citizens? They're in Africa. Could I take them to the embassy with my evidence?
No, they're not citizens because you became a citizen after they were born. And they have to be living with you in your legal custody with a green card for them to become automatic citizens. You can file green cards for them, but they're not automatic citizens. All right, we did it.
My
Boy,
goodness.
that was hard. That was hard.
Now I'm having a good day.
Yes. Now, your day has been all over the place,
really
right?
Turn it around.
Think about your day, right?
It's a hell of a roller coaster,
It's a hell of
Brad.
a roller coaster. Right, and Rock J. Roberts says, I'm very lenient. I am.
You are very lenient.
I'm a nice guy.
This is the
Rock
first
J.
time you've actually
Ever altered it.
altered it. And
well, I felt bad because something was stinky.
Something did feel
Something
amiss.
smelled on Facebook.
It did.
And we're back to 80 people.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Good
Nice
job,
and
Brad.
easy. And it's
Brad
84 a
squad.
while. Look,
81 now.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so now we're going to add leap year onto the calendar. 81.
Whoa.
All right. So what do we got for comments of the day, Belgium Kim?
All right, Brad, our very first one isn't just a comment of the day, Brad. It's a comment of the year.
Really?
It is.
Wow, I'm looking forward to this one.
It says, Belgium Kim, you look great every damn day. Woman to woman, the hair, the face, the laugh, and the clothes, not to mention the hand moves. Of the year, Brad. Can you think of a better comment we've ever gotten? Aww. Aye. Barbara Lord got one for you.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Barbara Lord said, if we make it to 900, I want to sit in Brad's lap for the calendar.
Woo! Now that's a comment! Now that's a comment! I like that one! That's a comment!
You heard your woo!
All right, guys, do we have any more?
I got two more.
Oh, you got two more.
Lolita said, I just love Brad and his team.
Aww.
Brad and his team love you, Lolita. Oh. And finally, we've got Marsha Whitaker, who was, in my opinion, the true MVP in the comments during our piece today. And she said, not every tablet is easy to swallow. Sometimes we need a lot more water to swallow some. But it's your child, and you can't turn your back on him because no matter what we do, God will never leave us nor forsake us.
Okay.
I like that.
That's very nice.
I like that.
Beautiful.
That is very nice. That is very nice. All right, so with that said, we will be back live tomorrow. And Jonathan is going to speak to Mark Zuckerberg overnight. Find out about our sharing problem on Facebook. Be safe. See you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. 5465, and now conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?